Salam sejahtera to our audience, to my friends, and also not forget to our respected lecturer, Dr. Roshairi binti Abdul Rahman. So for today, I, Muhammad Syahrin bin Muhammad Miti, and my partners, Nur Maisara binti Muhammad Johan, will present about the use of social media among office workers. For introduction, in this 21st century, everyone regardless of gender and age, we must all be working in this ultra-modern world, especially in this pandemic. Some of them have time to use social media in their free time or even in their working hours, especially the young generation. Some of the women who are mothers in their life have worked in the office for 30 years already, and most of them have been working since they were 18 years old. During pandemic, COVID-19 also have been stressful for office workers, especially since many of them were fired because of the economic problem and not many projects that the company got. So most of the office workers and students have decided to do online business for their side income.
So the next one is problem statement. And from our study research, we believe that most of the office workers have their own commitment. There's some are married and some are single, and they even both married or single or even have their fiance. Both really they don't really have time to use social media because they're office workers. I've experienced it, so I know what it feels like. So we made some problems that we are really curious about in our research study, and from personal experience, most of the office workers rarely have time in weekdays for themselves. So we wanted to know whether they have time in weekends since they can rest and also does they take a break from work with social media, as social media is the most effective way to release the stress. Okay, so for the next one is about research objective. Our objective for the research is to study the employee performances when they are using their social media and when they are using the social media in their working hours. And the next one is to identify the benefit towards the marketing team in the companies.
Okay, for the research question, we are state for the three main questions, which is for the first one is, does office workers have leisure time to look at social media on weekend? The second one is, does look at the social media make them more stressful? And the third one is, are they resting and spending their time with family instead of looking at the social media? The scope of our research, as we mentioned anytime, was the office workers and pupil are working only because we know the concern for students, but not the office workers or pupil who are working. We would like to know their concern about their time, their work, and their personal problems especially.
So for the methodology, first one we have a research design. So this is our research design. We have problem statement that I just said before, then the statement of the use of social media among office worker, and then the data collection that I will explain after this. And then the data collection consists of population of 60 workers and questionnaires in 3 sections, and then after the data collection, we have data analysis, reliability test with the method of Combat Alpha, and then results and the discussion. The result are discussed and concluded based on the data analysis or data collection data that we have collected. And after that, in methodology, we have data collection that I'll talk about this. So for our research, we are using the population study with the population of 60 workers from a law firm company. So we don't have any sampling technique since our study is about population research. So for data analysis, the third one for the methodology is data analysis. So first of all, the collected data will be summarized and analyzed using descriptive statistics to measure its central tendency, including frequency, percentage frequency, mean, and standard deviation. Descriptive statistics can help to obtain data from respondents to be presented in a comprehensible way. Besides the collected data are also analyzed using convex alpha method. There's a little bit of calculation in Microsoft Excel after we collect the data that we get through the uh, Google form for result and analysis. And this is the demographic data for our questionnaire. Actually, we have a lot of data set, but then we just make it we just took some of it. This is like half of it, half because we only have because we are population study, so we have only like 60 people. So this is like half of it, and we just took age, gender, and race since this is the demographic data. Since I just want to show you the demographic data, and then the question we have around 8 to 15 question that we didn't show it here, but we have the result with using our reliability test. So we are using convex alpha to test the reliability of our questionnaire. We took only 8 questions since the question for the scale is on eight question. So this is the formula for alpha, for Chromebook alpha. So actually this is the formula, but then we make it into a table, so it make it easier for us to calculate in the Excel. So 0, so our combat alpha values is 0.95, which is excellent for internal consistency for our reliability test. So we wanted to discuss about the result, and the result shows that most of the workers in this company tend to watch social media in their working hours for like 15 to 30 minutes to release their stress. But apparently, most of them are stating WhatsApp as their social media, which means that we thought that maybe they use social media for their work and their personal interests at the same time in their working hours. Yes, and then for the last question, I asked whether they wanted what is their personal interest if they're not working, because working they're so busy. So I was talking about the personal interest, and most of them are stating that they wanted a long break and they wanted a holiday break from the from from the works apart from social media, other than social media. And
So, as a conclusion, social media plays an important role in workplace communication. Therefore, moral value and ethical consideration need to be observed as they affect the effectiveness of such communication. Next, social media will always be a key factor in communication both in personal life and the business world. It impacts our life in so many ways and help business be able to function properly and efficiently. This is all depending on how you choose to present yourself or your business online. It can have positive or negative effect on potential and current customer, present or future employee and partners and brand awareness. So we also talk about our recommendation. We talk our best when using social media in the workplace. So that's all from us. Thank you for listening and Assalamualaikum and Salam Sejahtera.